Hi, I'm Alex Shrum here at Empire Games, the best board game store in the upstate of South Carolina. I'm here to tell you about a board game I created called Star Flickers. Star Flickers is a great little game. It has a bunch of different game modes, everything from capture the flag to like a miniature golf type thing to a racing styled game, which feels a lot like a space age kind of Mario Kart kind of thing. And I'm going to first, before I get into all that, let me show you how you fly a Star Flicker. To activate your ship, you first put a finger down on the coin in the middle of your ship. The coin's not included, so you'll need to provide your own quarter or 50-cent euro or similar sized coin. Rotate the ship in the direction you want it to move. Then you flick your ship by hitting the engine part, taking care not to hit the explosive and damaging obstacles in the course. Once you've moved, you then fire a weapon that you have equipped on one of your opponents. That's the basics of ship movement. It's really not that hard. And you already probably know how to play capture the flag or the general idea, right? So it's really not that complicated. But don't let the simplicity fool you. There's a whole lot of game here, and I'm about to show you. Let's first dig into how capture the flag is played. In Capture the Flag, you'll divide into two teams. The blue team with its cool colors, blue, teal, and chartreuse or light green for the non-artsy people, versus the red team with its warm colors, red, yellow, and this lightish red salmon color. Players will take turns activating their Star Flickers, alternating between teams, but each ship can only be activated once per round, so the activation order can be a tactical decision. Each ship is also outfitted with the same primary weapon as all other ships, plus a weapon unique to that ship that the players will decide upon. So in this way, the ships and teams end up being somewhat asymmetric, but according to the players' choices. Next, the teams take turns hammering away at each other with weapons, trying to dodge the explosive fuel tanks, snag the other team's command flag, and then bring it back to their respective hangar. As I said, the way you activate a Star Flicker is simple, and everyone already knows how to play Capture the Flag, so the only tricky part is the different weapons. Unfortunately, the rulebook has 2 pages dedicated to weaponry, and for your easy reference, you can just leave the book open there. Capture the Plans is a great game of light strategy, but it isn't the only game mode. There are a bunch others. Let's take a look at the Flicker Cup, which is the next one, so the racing one. So on your mark, get set, go! In the Flicker Cup, each player has his own ship, and he's trying to race around the established track, trying to be the first to get across the finish line on the final lap. There are power-up cargo crates littered across the field, allowing you to pick up weapons and shoot them at other players and stuff as you're racing. It feels a lot like Mario Kart, like with spaceships. So these weapons are very useful, especially if one player seems to be racing ahead of the others. Well, he's got a bullseye on his back from all the other players that are trying to shoot at him. And there are plenty of flak turrets that are ready to shoot down the players indiscriminately if they get too close to them and enter their fire arc. But even if you get shot a lot in this game mode, it's not like you get eliminated, because getting shot just means you get a hit, and hit means you get ionized, which basically just means you lose your next turn. It may not sound like a big deal, but in a racing game, that's a killer. So, the Flicker Cup is a great game for up to 6 players or more with some of the expansions and stuff, but I'll get to that later. Let me take a look at some of the other game modes and stuff too. But what kind of shooting game would be complete without a deathmatch or team deathmatch mode? And that's where Last Ship Flying comes in. See, Last Ship Flying isn't the most sophisticated games, but isn't really meant to be. It's meant to be a filler game you play while you're waiting for other people to show up or after you've completed some other game. There are other game modes too. One of the game modes is 12 parsecs, which of course the reference, but you're a smuggler trying to pick up cargo at different places, and you're trying to do so in the least number of flicks possible, and you're competing with other people to see how they can do the same in a smaller amount of flicks than you can. It basically feels a lot like miniature golf. But I know this is going to sound like a Billy Mays infomercial, but wait, there is more. You see, during this week-long sale, not only is the base game of Star Flickers on sale, but the first 2 expansions, Mines and Munitions and Through the Storm, will also be discounted. So Mines and Munitions is a game it's a game expansion that has a bunch of minefields, additional ships. You get orange, purple, green, 2 other weapons in addition to the mines, and a bunch of other cool stuff. Through the Storm adds these cool tiles, which are absolutely huge. On one side, you've got a cloud. It basically just impedes movement, so you try to move through it, it bumps into it. But on the other side, if you hit it, there's electrical stuff. It'll ionize your ship, so you would lose your turn on your next thing. Basically, it just helps to define a play space. They're really cool, really neat looking. Anyway, so all that stuff is also on sale this week in addition to Star Flickers. The other cool thing is that all of these terrain tiles are compatible with Josh Dirkson's critically acclaimed and hugely popular Here's the Aturi Cluster mod. So if you're looking to get into that, you can go to dockingbay416.com to get all the rules you need for it. But if you need any of the terrain tiles, these all work for it. You've got hangar bays, you've got the stations, you've got the different ion storms and stuff. And as I said, everything's on sale this week. So anyway, yes, fun, simple game, useful for Here's a Aturi Cluster, also just a great filler game. There you have it.